internationally and worldwide, the most significant name known is the Port of New Orleans. And what probably so many people don't realize is that the river system from the mouth of the river to and including Baton Rouge is made up of 5 port jurisdictions.
You have this waterway where you have these 5 ports, and if you took the 5 ports and combined them all together, you would have the largest port complex in the world. The largest.
It's the busiest in the world, so we'll take it. Mighty Mississippi.
The river is relentless. It doesn't stop. If you get yourself in a situation with a boat to where it's not favorable, sometimes only luck can get you out of it. There are mornings where you can't see very far, you know, where the fog, rain, visibility gets affected. The river is always flowing, so a captain, any captain that wouldn't have experience in the river would be challenged with any simple docking just by the moving water underneath the boat.
There's a tremendous amount of river traffic taking place on any given day. Not only the vessels going and coming and passing each other, but then all of the barges and boats and other activity that is taking place. It is a riverborne highway.
So there's approximately 280 or 90 pilots on the river, and we pilot 5,300 ships to 5,500 ships that come in each year, pilot them in, pilot them out, and shift them around from anchorages to berth and berth to anchorages. The other vessels that ply the river with us are usually the barge carriers, and they carry as many 25 or 30 river barges, which is 195 feet long by 35 feet wide, carries about 1,500 tons of cargo. So you can see several acres of barge coming down at any one time that you have to maneuver with, navigate in conjunction with, to safely maneuver the points and bends in the river transit.
As you approach where the Mississippi River starts, and you'll enter the pass in a big sweeping turn, and then you'll start to go up this narrow channel, and it's officially called the bar. Every river has a bar where it meets the sea, and that's why we have the name Bar Pilots.
The pilot meets the vessel at what we call the head of the passes, which is the closest point down to the Gulf of Mexico. And when he comes into Pilot Town, the first pilot will board the vessel, introduce himself to the captain and his staff and crew, and then talk about their navigation of the river under the guidance of the pilot to the destination where that vessel is going.
After the pilot gets on the ship, there's a critical element that happens. He has to assess that ship. He has to determine the ship's equipment, the ship's crew. Turning large ships with oil rigs on both sides in a 3 or 4 mile space can be a little tricky.
The relationship between the captain and the pilot is a very unique situation.
The captain is very welcome to see the pilot because he knows his vessel's in restricted waters and a very densely navigation of other vessels that he's going to encounter along his way to and from the berth.
The captain realizes that this is not his area, and he wants his ship to be very safe and efficient, get in and out as fast as possible, but as safe as possible. Actually, he's happy to see a pilot because now he can kind of take a little bit of a sigh, a relief.